Military.
So I've been in the Navy now for 18 years, and for the first 17 or 18 years of it, I was an aviation electronics technician. So I fixed electronics and electronics in the airplanes ultimately.
That's cool.
Now I'm the command senior chief, so ultimately I'm the command enlisted leader. So I'm the senior enlisted person in my command. So I take care of all the sailors and their families and make sure that they got places to sleep, all their administrative paperwork is done.
You're in the video.
So I take care of right now probably around 90 sailors, making sure everything is taken care of.
That's cool.
Awesome.
So what are your typical responsibilities in a day?
So every day we have a few meetings in the morning with the captain and the XO and the rest of the senior leadership on the ship, and then we have to put out tasking and kind of what their priorities are for the day, and then walk around the ship and make sure the sailors and everyone is cleaning the ship and making sure it's stowed for sea, so we're ready to go if we need to. Then typically I'm just available, walking around the ship, talking to the sailors and the crew to make sure if they have any issues or concerns, they can let me know and I can address them. Then before we go home for the day, make sure the ship is clean and organized again.
Okay. Go on.
Have you been in combat? If not, how did your role support those in combat?
So I haven't personally been in combat. Usually the ships are away from the shore where most of the combat happens. But so on the aircraft carrier, when I've been on the carriers in war zones or in the aircraft carrier, we provide a lot of ground support with the F-18s and all the airplanes to provide strategic, ground support for the crews on the ground, the Marines and the Army. Now on the Minesweeper, where I'm at now, we provide the amphibious support ships and crews. We go into the harbors, and if we need to clear mines, so the amphibious assault vehicles can drive up onto the shore, and so we got to clear all the mines and make sure the harbors or the beaches are safe and clear of mines, so the rest of the amphibious forces can go ashore into combat. So that's what we do now.
That's cool. What did you learn from your experience in the military?
Big question. A lot of stuff.
But hard work is a big thing. You always got to do your best and try your hardest. Discipline. You got to be disciplined to do the right things all the time, whether whoever's watching. Attention to detail. So all the little things that some people take for granted, you got to do the little things and do them well. So attention to detail is a big thing.
Okay. In your mind, what justifies going to war?
Can you say that again? In my mind, what justifies going to war?
In your mind, what justifies going to war?
That's a tough question. I don't know. Let's see here. If other countries are struggling and there's other oppressing countries that are ultimately invading other countries and not treating them, respect and fair, usually we'll go in and help them out if we need to. But that's a hard one to answer. So.
Do you think your country has effective politics? No, wait. Did you think your country has effective policies when it comes to war? If not, what do you feel should change?
I think we do pretty good when it comes to policies for war. We don't go to war that often. We have little conflicts that aren't considered war, so it takes a lot for our country to actually declare war. So there's a lot of politics, like you had mentioned, we have ambassadors and State Department people that go in and try to do talks and try to keep it at the lowest level. So we try to discuss and try to come to an agreement where we can resolve the issue peacefully, and then if not, sometimes it escalates and we have to bring military in to try to provide some structure and support. And then last case, would be go to war to resolve the conflict as quick as possible. So.
I really appreciate what you did for our country and my liberty. After serving in the military, do you have a greater appreciation for liberty?
Actually, I do. So I've been able to travel all over the world, see a lot of different countries, and third world countries, and struggling countries and people. And I think America, we have a great country, and I think we take it for granted quite often. When you see some of the how people are treated and how they live on a daily basis in some of these other countries, some of the basic things that we have every day and take for granted, these other countries don't have. And so I do have an appreciation of our country and our military for what they do.
What would you tell me one of your favorite stories from your military experience?
Sure. So when I was in Africa, Djibouti, Africa, for a year, we got to interact, do community relations projects with some of the Djiboutian children and some of their schools, and just interact with them, help teach them some English. And so it's really cool and interesting to see how they live on a daily basis. And like I was just saying, some of the things that we take for granted, on a daily basis, they don't have. And so, we can give them, a bottle of water or shoes or something like that. It's a pretty big, mind-blowing thing for them. So it's pretty cool and fun and interesting at the same time to see how they live. So I really enjoyed Africa with the interacting with the children over there. So it was really cool.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I guess not.
Why did you choose to join the Navy over the other military jobs?
Oh, okay. I really enjoyed water, swimming, and being by the ocean. I wanted to originally I wanted to be like an oceanographer, do something with scuba diving and mapping the bottom of the ocean and stuff like that. And so the love of water and being able to travel and see the whole world, that what drew me to the Navy, vice the Army, Air Force, or Marine.
Is that it?
Okay. And you say, okay, that's it. Thank you very much. And you thank them.
Okay, thank you for your time and have a good day.
So I got one more question for you, though. So you ever think about joining the military?
No. I don't want to make my family sad.
He doesn't like swimming, that's why.
I don't want to make my family sad by dying or anything.
You're not gonna die.
I could die, but it's a
You're not.
possibility. You
can be a hero too.
I could, but it's not really my thing.
Or you can command people like Uncle Carl.
Well, I'm good with the military. So, thank you for your time, and have a good day in Japan.